Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a 20-minute body weight workout. You don't need any equipment for this workout, just a small amount of space. There's going to be no repeats, so we've got 20 exercises with 40 seconds work and 20 seconds of rest. Let's do this. So first up, we've got alternate back lunges with a knee lift. So start by sending one leg back and then both knees at a 90-degree angle. As you bring the knee forward, we're going to drive it up towards the chest and then go back with the other leg. So we're alternating each back lunge. Let's get ready to go. So back lunge, knee drive, and then other leg. So we're alternating those back lunges, driving the knee up towards the chest, just as high as feels comfortable for you today. Keep a neutral spine. Engaging the core, aiming to get the knees at a 90-degree angle at the bottom of the lunge, but just go as far as feels comfortable for you today. We've got a few more seconds and then a rest. Okay, take a rest. Sumo squat arm circles next. So feet slightly out turned, just wider than hip width apart. We go down into a low squat. Hands together at the bottom of the squat, circle the arms up so the hands are together when you're stood up tall. Okay, let's go. So, circle the arms as we come up to standing, driving the heels through the ground. Only going as low as feels comfortable for you today. Feet turned out. 20 seconds. Ten seconds. Okay, get ready to take a rest. Take a rest. Next up, we're getting into a low plank on the floor. Straight line from the back right through the legs. And then we're going to alternate, tapping the floor in front of our head, keeping the core engaged. So, that low plank, try and keep the body as still as possible. And then we reach forward and tap the floor, alternating the hand that we tap with. Try and think about a string pulling your belly button towards the ceiling whilst still keeping a straight line down your back. That will help you to engage your core. Got about 5 more seconds. And take a rest. Next up will be in a reverse plank. So this time, from a laying position, we keep the elbows on the ground. We bring the bum up off the floor so that we're on our heels, and then we alternate raising a single leg. Now, we don't need to raise the leg high, just a little bit. And we focus on keeping the body straight as possible. Engaging the core. You're going to feel it in your hamstrings as well. Tough exercise, this one. Try and do it nice and slow with control. Ten seconds. Okay, let's take a rest. Next up, we're doing push-ups. Between each push-up, raise a single arm straight out in front of you. If push-ups are a bit too challenging for you, then just do these with your knees on the floor. Okay, so let's go. Strong push-up, elbows tight into the body, raise a single arm. Then same on the other side. If you want to protect your wrists, perhaps you're a musician, you want to look after your wrists, you can do these push-ups on your fists, like this. That way, there will be less strain on your wrists. Whatever is most comfortable for you today, go for that. 10 seconds. Five seconds. Okay, take a rest. We're gonna get the heart rate up next with some jumping jacks. Whew. Take a sip of water if you need. 10 seconds and then we'll get into it. Okay, jumping jacks for 40 seconds. Let's go. Let's get the heart rate up. "20 seconds. Keep going. "10 seconds. That's a rest. Okay, next up we got lunge switch. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a back lunge straight into a forward lunge. What I want you to keep focused on here is that your left foot stays planted in the same place. If you haven't done this before, you might need to grab hold of a chair or something for balance. Right leg goes back into a back lunge. Come forward, straight into a forward lunge. Back foot stays planted. Of course, you need to bring your left heel off the ground as you do the forward lunge, but we are keeping the ball of our foot in the same position. And it's the right leg that is the one moving here. Got about 10 seconds. Take a rest. Great work. We got the same on the other side now. So the right foot, or rather just the ball of our right foot, is going to stay planted. The left leg goes back into a back lunge, and then the left leg goes into a forward lunge. We've got a few seconds. Let's do this. Okay, back lunge straight into forward lunge. "90-degree angle at the knees, at the bottom of each lunge. Stay focused, engage the core. Try and keep your balance. A lot of stabilizing muscles needed for this one. We've got about 10 seconds. And take a rest, 20-second rest. Oh, make sure you're staying hydrated. Grab a sip of water. If you need an extra rest, just pause the video, come straight back in when you feel comfortable. Next up, we've got commandos. So, alternating between a low plank and a high plank. So, engage your core. Alternate between a low plank and a high plank. If these are tough for you, you simply bring the knees down towards the ground. If your knees on the ground, you'll find it a little bit easier. You can alternate between the two, of course. See how long you can go with the knees off the ground. It's just really important here. Keep the core engaged, neutral spine. 10 seconds. Okay, rest. We've got jackknives next. Tough core exercise. Really good for the abs. So, laying flat on our back. Arms outstretched. Legs straight. We bring the knees towards the chest. Bring the arms down, tap the palms on the ground. So, knees come forward towards the chest. Tap the arms to the ground. Crunch up. And then go back to being outstretched on the ground. Try and focus, if you're on your abs here, focus on tensing your abs, engaging your core, as you bring the knees forward. Ten seconds. And take a rest. Okay, tough exercise that one. So next, we're gonna do a nice low impact cardio exercise. We're gonna do jump ropes. So just like you've got an imaginary skipping rope, we're gonna do 40 seconds of jump ropes coming up next. So let's go. So just gently hopping from one foot to the other and swinging that rope around. Not something that comes naturally to me. I can't do jump rope at all, so helpful to just imagine it like this. 20 seconds. Nice light cardio exercise here in between these tough core moves. It's just gonna keep our heart rate up, but it's also gonna let us just get our strength back for the next exercises. Okay, 20-second rest. Next up, alternate side lunges. So wide stance. Here, you lower down to one side, bend at the knee. So one leg stay straight, bend at the other knee. And then we come back up to the middle and do the same on the other side. There are different variations of this depending on your mobility. You also might want to grab hold of a chair or something to keep your balance. Just go down as low as feels comfortable for you today. Don't push it too hard. Just leave a little bit in the tank so that you know the next time you come to do this workout, you know where you're at. You can push a little bit harder and then get stronger. Get ready to take a rest. 20-second rest. We're in a high plank next. So on our hands, straight arms, or on your fists, depending on if you want to look after your wrists or not, if you have any wrist problems. And then we just step the feet in, up towards the hands. So one foot first, followed by the other, and then step back. I'm leading with my right foot at the moment. Doesn't matter which side you start on, but let's switch the leg that we are starting with now. So I'm going to start with left leg now. Keep your core engaged, nice neutral spine. 10 seconds. One more. And take a rest. Heel taps next. So we are laying flat on our backs. Now I want your heels to be just out of reach of the tips of your fingers. And then we bring the shoulders up off the ground. We tense the abs. And then we're going to rock side to side, moving a bit closer so that we can tap the heel. So just doing this rocking motion, working our obliques. Make sure you keep your core engaged. Don't go too fast. Let's do these slow with control. Let's do these with purpose. And focus your energy into your abs. If you're just focusing your abs, thinking about them, thinking about tensing them, thinking about keeping them engaged, we're going to work them harder, and that is the target muscle of this exercise. 5 more seconds. Take a rest. Oh, good exercise that one. Off we got next. We have tricep dip to toe taps. So we're in a reverse tabletop position. We are going to bend the elbows down into a tricep dip, come back up, and then we're going to raise opposite hand and opposite foot, tap your toes, and then into another tricep dip. Alternate the toe tap. Now, if that's a bit too challenging, you can tap your knee, you can tap your thigh, whatever is most comfortable for you today. Try and get nice and low in that tricep dip. or just stay in that reverse tabletop position. Just stay here. You're still going to be working your core. It's going to be an isometric hold. And then over time, you can start putting in the dips and the toe taps. Take a rest. Okay. Let's bring the heart rate back up with a cardio exercise. Give our core a bit of a rest. We've got skaters. So these take a little bit of practice if you haven't done them before. We send one leg out and behind the body, tap the floor, and then we do the same on the other side. So just like we're skating on ice, we're gonna be sending one leg out, tapping the floor. Make sure to keep a neutral spine here, don't hunch over. Try and get a nice high intensity. You don't have to touch the floor, of course. Maybe you could touch your knee. That would be a bit less high impact. If your mobility at the moment doesn't allow you to get right down there, you can just tap your knee. Whatever feels comfortable for you. 10 seconds. Okay, take a rest. Next up, we've got duck walks. Now these are hard, so if these get too challenging, let's just do some regular bodyweight squats. If you want to push it today, we get down into a low squat. We take 3 steps to the side, stand up, 3 steps back again. Okay, let's go. Tough exercise this one. We're in a squat, we take 3 lateral side steps, and then we go back the same way. Tough exercise this one. Really starts to burn in the legs. But we've only got a few exercises after this and then we're done. So stay with me. Let's do this. 10 seconds, come on. One more lap. Last one, come on. And take a rest. Feeling that. That is a burn. Okay, side plank. We're gonna start side plank on the right elbow. Now you can stay in that side plank or you can do the thread the needle, which is you raise the arm, bring the arm through the gap between the body and the floor. So we reach through, twist the torso, and then back up to the sky. Again, this is a tough exercise. So if you're just staying in that side plank, that's absolutely fine. Whatever you feel like doing today, maybe next time you can try and go for the thread the needle too. We're all at different levels and it's all about just improving yourself and improving your strength, mobility and cardio. One more. Okay, take a rest. That is tough, hard on the obliques this one. We've got 2 more exercises and then we're done. Stick with me, side plank on the left arm. So same again, either a side plank or thread the needle. Either way, it's gonna be great core and oblique exercise. Options to either stack your feet or to have one in front of the other, depending on difficulty of balance, how hard you want to make it. 20 seconds. We got 10 more seconds, stay with me. Take a rest. Okay, you've almost made it to the end. We've got 1 more exercise. We're gonna finish on some strong push-ups. Now again, you can do these on your knees, whatever you feel comfortable with. Just focus on keeping the elbows tight in the body and getting a full range of motion. So that means coming right down, grazing the floor, and then full extension at the top. So your different options are knees on the ground, or if you want to make this really hard, if you've done this workout a few times, we're going to go diamond push-ups. That means
you create a diamond with your thumbs and fingers, index fingers. So that means your hands are close together and these are really hard. Oh, 5 seconds, come on. One more. And rest. Well done. Great job for completing that workout. You absolutely smashed it. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this workout, then please like the video, subscribe to my channel, drop me a comment, let me know how you got on, let me know where in the world you're doing this workout from today. Thanks again so much for joining me. I'll see you guys on the next workout.